My father was raised in the era when black niggas couldn't claim Native American.
You don't have to try to be something you're not.
Trying to be something I'm not? Trying to be proud of my African heritage? That's being something I'm not, then fine.
My grandmother was a full-blooded Iroquois.
I know all of that, Mama.
They don't know this. I am alive because of the blood of a people who never scraped or begged or apologized for what they were.
And you
Had to reach into an African dictionary to find a name that would make you proud.
As a native Black American and a proud member of the Muscogee Creek Nation, I understand the importance of tracing your lineage. Help me help you discover your roots with a personalized genealogy consultation. Paper trail Genealogy Matters. DNA tests can't prove ethnicity or tribal affiliation. You must search through paper records to dive deep into your family heritage. During the meeting, I will teach you how to navigate the genealogy process with ease. You'll learn how to link tribal affiliation with your ancestors, and I'll show you the step-by-step process I went through to gaining tribal citizenship. Take the first step to unlocking your past. To book a consultation, send an email to mike@keymediapro.com.
They're selling our heritage for big money, and we're still walking around as Black or Black American or African American for pennies on the dollar, actually negative, because collectively the equity is gone. We used to have how many millions of acres in the USA, and it's down to what, 1% of that? However, they're still selling our heritage for big money. You cannot get a picture of a today's or even back then's Negro. Let's say they call.
Guys, I've seen some videos of some brothers going to museums to find some of these Black native looking photos like you see here, right? And some of these dudes have had to jump through hoops. They've had to schedule private showings and sign waivers and contracts just to see some of these images. I mean, it runs deep. I'm actually going to do a stream about it next week. But guys, did you know most of the high fashion, most of the Louis Vuitton-esque, Prada-esque fashion houses, did you know that Louis Vuitton stole their pattern from indigenous tribes here in America? Did you know a lot of these fashion houses steal indigenous patterns and designs from Aboriginal culture?
Call it the allegory of a Negro. It wouldn't make no money. It's no value in that stuff. So the fact that they're buying up our heritage under the correct verbiage of Native, Indian, American, autochthonous, indigenous, original, and we're still running around calling ourselves Black and African American. All right. So we're going to keep reading. In the foreground, two natives, in war gear on a rocky shore with a crocodile and palm tree. So let's scroll down, see that crocodile. And all right. So we're talking about the same thing. Now let's keep reading. All right. In the background, a sailing ship. You see that sailing ship, right? They're not afraid of that ship. You see what I'm saying? So this was something that to be known that, hey, they did business with the Europeans, and I got a whole bunch of business cards back then that indicated as such before the whole double cross, before the whole, the massacres, the Indian massacres. All right. So let's keep reading. So we know that this receipt on the right matches the receipt on the left. So we got a sailing ship and a flock of birds under a white to pink sky. See that? White to pink sky. Very specific.
And shout out to William. William just came through with the Cash App, putting something in the brown paper bag. I appreciate you, William. William says, let me see. William says, my grandmother was born in 1912. She said we're Indian. That's right. Listen to Nana. And thank you for putting something in the brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag. Brown paper bag.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Fine polychrome painting, profile wooden frame with gilded inner bar, blah, blah, blah. All right. And then we go back to this word copper again. You see how copper, glass and copper engraven to say which matches the copper of these two gentlemen as you see in the picture to your right. All right. And then look at the year from a Giovanni Volpato, 1733 to 1803. So, like I said, they're two natives in war gear, war, you know, so it wasn't like they was running around like, oh, I'm a slave. No, these are natives. These are Americans. These are Indians, autochthonous, you know, so they're not black, and their descendants aren't black either or African American. So we need to get off of that because they're just selling our heritage for big money. And then you scroll down and then you see it was in German. So like I was saying before, the European, everybody, you go to anywhere in Europe and ask anybody. It doesn't even matter if you're talk to anybody, any adult, 18 and up, and ask him if they would believe that anybody would come from a slave boat from Africa the way that they described it in the his.
Hey, let's talk about it. If you even ask Africans living on the continent of Africa about slaves being transported to North America, they'd be like, no, I never heard about, no. There was a lot of slaves that the West Africans sold and the white man transported to South America, to Brazil, to the Caribbean, the French West Indies, but Africans going to North America? Nah. Matter of fact, if you guys Google it yourself. Look up what is the percentage of African slaves that went to North America during the transatlantic slave trade, and even Google is going to tell you 4%. People argue over whether that 4% is 92,000 slaves or 300,000 slaves, but either way, that's the extreme minority that actually went to North America.